Merhaba, and welcome back to the Ottoman campaign, and we're once again fighting Spain. There we go. And I think we're about to fight Italy as well, because the past couple of months, which is why I set some ships to be refitted. I can unsuspend you now. Because in the past couple of months, a bunch of nations have declared wars on Italy and Spain, and because I was more friendly with those nations than with Italy and Spain, I got plus relations to countries like Germany and, as you can see here, and minus with Italy and Spain. So, first out is Spain and Italy, probably next turn. Probably. Now, I have one of the technologies I refit some of my ships with is, where is it? TNT-1. Minus 20% flash fire explosion chance and minus 25% spreading chance. So, and also, it does more damage. So it's just very good all around. So those very explosive is no good class battleships, not quite so explosive anymore, although still quite a little bit explosive, but turn it down by like 10%. Sadly, I couldn't give them Citadel 2, that would turn it down by another few percent. Just didn't have the displacement for it. My pseudo-battlecruisers, had to refit them in 2 batches. They're also being refit with that tech. Let's see. I'm gonna assume building these. And let's bump up the crew training now that we are at war. And we're probably gonna... Nah, I don't know. Spain? Maybe they're not gonna do much to my transport fleet. Maybe just keep that at plus a tiny bit. Now the Constantinople fleet will have to move out. We're gonna just engage Spain directly. Is it realistic that I could take southern Spain? I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly how much I would need. But now, in this version of the mod, you can see it here. 142,000 tons for southern. 100,000 for western. And where's northern? 123,000. How about Portugal? They hold that too. 154,000. Not quite enough tonnage here, but no, I can scrape together that kind of tonnage. I can scrape together that kind of tonnage. Let me just add some crew to some ships. And actually, no, I'm not gonna add to everything. There are some ships like around here that can stay on low crew for a bit. That ate up a lot of my monthly balance. Let's move them out. Ooh, minus 17 million. Okay, yeah, I'm glad I didn't fall for the temptation to start building another enlarged shipyard, because that would really do a number on my economy. And of course, we're gonna have to sacrifice the tech budget again. I'm hoping I can find oil soon. I don't have a single oil producing region. 0 barrels of oil per capita. But of course, Iraq, Persia, Arabia, also Morocco, they are all potential oil regions. So it's just a matter of time. And there we go. Italy. Whom else are we getting? Just Italy for now. And now, actually, a port strike. And a new hull available, but we're not going to be building anything just yet. Yeah, we're going to need... we're going to need some tonnage. But we can find the tonnage. We got 42,000 tons sitting here in Heraclea. That's my secondary squadron, if you will. So I'm just going to add crew to those too. Yeah, that's a lot of ships being sent out to sea. That's very expensive, so that poor tech budget will have to suffer. Hopefully this is not going to be a very long war. I want to take some land from Spain. So I do actually have a somewhat of a objective. Where's the Spanish Navy? Nowhere near. They don't have much, but they're building ships. Where's the Italian Navy? Here. Okay. It's far away. Maybe we can lure them back by launching a naval invasion of Sicily or Sardinia. Anyway, I sent out these. The pseudo-battlecruisers. They can start bombarding some ports. No thank you, United States. Appreciate the offer, but not for me. And now I'm getting port strikes. That was almost impossible to get last war. So, like, we start out with a decent lead in victory points. Right out the gate. Which is lovely to see. Move you here. And then the secondary squadron can stay outside for a bit. Yeah, I think we can take southern Spain before the French take it. Now, Italy. Sardinia, 22,000 tons. Eastern Sicily, 46,000. 43,000. It's almost. Sardinia, 326 million. So, Eastern Sicily is worth a bit more. But I will need to scrape together a bit more tonnage to take that. 6,000 tons sitting here. I think we're taking Eastern Sicily. Yeah, we're taking Eastern Sicily. Got 5,000 tons here. Murad II. Or Murad II, I guess. and Osman the First. Yeah, 2 light cruisers, rounding out the cruiser squadron. Nice. That should be enough. Oh, and we can also take this. I think Eritrea. It's only a 2,000 ton port, so it shouldn't take much to naval invade it, because that's mainly what the required tonnage is based off of. Yeah, Italy, you might have to send these home. Or maybe you can't. Oh, you can, because you're not at war with Britain. Spain is fighting the world. And looks like I'm not at risk of getting dragged into fighting the entire world this time, which is good for a change. This might actually be a limited, not drawn out war, which is good because it's doing not good things for my economy and tech budget. Britain wants all my money. No, thank you, Britain. I can handle myself. 99% here, 80% only. I sent out a couple more cruisers, just to this one, for example. I am suddenly regretting scrapping those captured Dutch armored cruisers. Tobruk, Benghazi, and that place. Yeah, might as well just add crew to everything now. Close enough to doing that already. Maybe I should send some tonnage up to the Spanish invasion. %. It's good odds, but it's not perfect odds, you know? You can get an armored cruiser. You can get a light cruiser. Another one. Actually, we're sending you the tiniest light cruiser. And the 2 3,000 ton light cruisers can go one to here. And one to here. Okay, that's only a 1,600 ton. Okay. Anyway. Rabat. We had some ships here. And Casablanca. Like so. Now where is this huge Italian task force heading? To Livorno. Alright. We're gonna see if they're coming here to interrupt my my invasion, or they're just sailing through. Minus 5 million. We can take that, I think. Spain hasn't showed up. Russia is begging for money. No, thank you. France is gobbling up Spanish islands here. So they're kind of becoming a superpower. Yeah, they're becoming very powerful. Of course, Britain is the superpower. Spain and Italy kind of struggling. But I guess it's fine to kick them when they're down. It's a huge force you have there, Italy. You're kind of ruining my my invasion chance. Spain has 1 torpedo boat. Wait, why aren't we not attacking Barcelona? Do I dare engage this huge task force with my cruiser force? I mean, yes. Why are we not fully stocked on ammunition? We haven't fired at anything, have we? I guess those strike missions do consume some ammunition. Let's go. Can do some damage here. We could also end up taking a lot of damage, so it's a double-edged sword. My super pre-dreadnought is finished in 7 months. These are the 2 quasi-dreadnought armored cruisers. Alright, we're striking. And here we go. 12.2 knots, so very slow. 17.8, 16.1. We can even outsail the light cruisers. Or at least the armored cruisers can. My own light cruisers are actually not as fast. They got destroyers. I don't have those yet. I could have built them, but it was just impossible to do anything with the destroyer hull without making them super slow, like 26 knots. I don't have the engines for it. So, yeah, not too afraid of that battleship. But of course, I don't think I can sink all of these. But I can do some damage. It should be possible. Torpedo boats. I have high hopes for you now with 3-kilometer torpedoes. Let's see, we got 10-kilometer range on the main guns. Northwest, that's this way. We got torpedoes on the light cruisers now too. They haven't had any recent refits though, it's only 1.7 kilometer range. Where are they? They're spotting me. Not too heavily armored. Also worth keeping in mind that my armored cruisers are heavier, more expensive, and have bigger guns than the enemy battleship. There they are. And I do want to use my torpedo boats to deal with the enemy battleship though. Wherever it is. These Italians have taken damage before. Let's see. Torpedo range 1.5. .4. They're going after my own torpedo boats. There's the enemy battleship, Andrea Doria. Not too impressive, no. Vittorio Veneto, 300-meter torpedoes. Also not too impressive. Seems like these are not like the latest technology that Italy has. And we've already sank one light cruiser. The enemy smoke is dissipating now. This might be sacrificing one light cruiser, but one torpedo boat, excuse me. But also they're having a hard time hitting it. And with 3-kilometer torpedo range, I don't need to get as close as I used to. Oh, there we go, engine damage. Torpedoes away. Are we gonna hit that battleship? Maybe, maybe. Looks like we are gonna get a couple of hits on Andrea Doria. 3 torpedo hits. And another one on Trieste. Now that the destroyers are coming closer, they are the next target. And like the guns are doing work here. Like they're actually doing pretty decent work. That was a good run by 94-2-4. Let's see, what's the fuel situation on these? 96%. Yeah, they've got much better range now. Like operational range and torpedo range. Randomly landing big hits on those destroyers. Bring in the light cruisers to actually screen. I 11-inch main belt at plus 28. Yeah, I can go through that because this is calculated at plus 70. Vittorio Veneto is firing back with her 10.5-inch guns. Could actually threaten me. Well, I'll score some hits now. Everyone else is hiding in smoke. I think we might have to detach a torpedo boat. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. I think Vittorio Veneto just bought the farm, so to speak. And more pressing targets here now are the approaching torpedo boats. Alcione sinks. Come this way. Yeah, all the enemy armored cruisers are basically out of commission. I want to have a better angle before I launch. And like so, and with that, torpedoes that missed the intended target will probably hit something else. And Dash 5 is getting away. No problem. Oh yes, we're gonna get torpedo hits here. And that's the end of an armored cruiser, I'm pretty sure. Yes, it was. And who knows what else we're gonna hit. Ahmed Pasha, you're getting threatened here. Yeah, you are. Not too bad, though. Not too bad. What just hit you? Battleship gun. Alright, let's select some targets here again. For the battle cruisers, basically. Dash 5, we're gonna be ready again in no time. But 7 and 6 are ready. And I want to do something about that battleship that is bothering my light cruisers. Maybe not. We're now out of range, so it's not a threat. We might be able to sink all of these guys. I didn't really expect that to be... keep on target, don't change. I did that thing again. Where it kept the secondary guns on target. And changed target for the main guns. It's so nice to finally have like, guns that are doing things. The way they're supposed to do the things. Can drop you down to even more cruising speed here. We can keep our torpedoes on in case something gets close. Armando Diaz, 6-inch main belt. Don't hit my torpedoes. There we go, huge hits on Calatafimi. And there we go, flash fires as well. Now, Armando Diaz is hunting my torpedo boat, and I don't like it. So, let's get that thing off my back. There we go. Guns are hitting. Bayezid II, you can take Guilio. I'm going straight in for Trieste, which is low on fuel, almost dead in the water. But this destroyer is hunting me. And there we had that flooding hit from the battleship again. Torpedoes are being launched. Good. And we're gonna avoid torpedoes from the enemy destroyer. And hopefully Dash 5 can get out alive. That's a lot of torpedoes. That's such a torpedo volley. If we don't get Trieste, we might get the battleship. One of those torpedoes, two of them, changed course. They're gonna get Trieste, I think. No. Barely missed it. Okay, we're switching targets again now. Ooh, unfortunate. For -5. There we go. We did get some random torpedo hits. Not on the big ships I wanted, but... use your 3-inch gun. Actually, there we go. That gun isn't that useful, but... might as well have it target the enemy destroyer. -7 will have good launching angles at the battleship. There we go, you're getting 12 torpedoes to the face. Solferino is sending some torpedoes in return. Actually, no. We're better off trying to outsail them. Are we going to get torpedo hit on Andrea Doria? We are. Dud torpedoes. Well then. -6. You are up. We can see what happens to these torps. If they are all duds, or if some of them are gonna hit the bow section of Andrea Doria, blow it clean off. Looks like there are a bunch of torpedoes in this, yeah, 5 torpedoes. Get wrecked. You're not coming back from that. And Andrea Doria sinks. Now they have the armored cruiser Trieste left, which I'm pretty confident I can take care of with 11-inch armor piercing. Yeah, you're not that well armored. That's pretty bad armor. It's probably one of their, like, starting campaign ships. Yeah, it's a 3,000-ton armored cruiser. Vintage. Giulio Germanico sinks. We're gonna have to take care of some destroyers here now. Actually, everyone take care of the one that still has torpedoes. Never mind Solferino. He's harmless. She launched at Osman the First. We can just turn this way, that's fine. But she's not gonna hit Osman. He's got 2 torpedoes left somewhere. Yeah. Guessing she has a fully loaded twin torpedo tube still. It's just got some weird angles or something. Osman has launched torpedoes in return, and we're hitting her. Where was that torpedo coming from? There we go. We are whacking this destroyer. Oh, yeah, you're still on AP only. That's not useful if you're hunting DDs. Now, put those big guns back to work hunting the armored cruiser. Osman and Murad too. They can deal with the destroyers. We're running a little bit low on HE. But we got plenty of AP still. we're getting within torpedo range here, but that goes both ways. Nice. Whoop. There we go. Enemy torpedoes incoming. Hard rudder. Better off trying to just outsail it. Duh. One was live. Two was live. So Osman took some flooding here. But I think she can stay afloat. Yeah, the actual structure damage wasn't too bad. 30, yeah. He's pumping it out. 31. Good ship. Now, let's see if we can score some good penetrating hits on Trieste. Just trying to sail away. I'd have to kick the spurs into my cruiser squadron. Get them closer. I think that's all they have left. Yeah, it is. That armored cruiser and two destroyers. Target the one behind. We can get intercepting hits on Giuseppe. We're out of HE. Now I can slow down. Cruising speed. Still gonna be faster than Trieste. Yeah, by a lot. Murad is also out of HE for the main gun. And also not hitting much. We can drop you down to cruising speed, 11 knots only. Oh yeah, we're getting a minus 63% for target ship size. Because it's only a 3,000 ton cruiser. But there we go. Yeah, some of these still had HE left. Only the two in the back were out of HE. Let's force AP, sink this. and then spend my remaining HE on Solferino. There we go. And I thought I was getting in over my head, setting cruisers up against a full task force with a battleship. But there are battleships and there are battleships, and there are cruisers and there are cruisers. And these pseudo-battlecruisers really do seem to live up to their like their purpose. Despite all the shortcomings I had to give them just to kind of make them work. You can come back here. Yeah, minus 80 for ship size for Solferino. At least you have no more torpedoes. So I can just send Murad straight into your face. And not really have to worry about anything other than friendly fire, which admittedly would kind of suck. I can turn those guns off. Bring these within secondary range as well. If Murad can get it done. There we go. Point blank range. The torpedoes both miss. And there we go. Finally, Solferino is down. So that was that all of the Italian Navy? It might actually have been. I lost one torpedo boat to that suicidal charge that I don't think was needed. Because this task force wasn't that scary. I thought like a ballsy torpedo boat charge early on to cripple their battleship would be the key to victory, but that battleship was pretty much crippled as launched. So yeah, that was Italy. We're not actually going to get that peace treaty as long as the naval invasion is active, and it hasn't updated yet with the tonnage, but that should be plenty. What do you have here, Spain? A torpedo boat. That you are probably sending here because China is invading the Philippines. And they're gonna get it too. There's nothing that that Spanish torpedo boat can do to prevent it. Well, good for you, China. You're getting the good oil producing region. I'm getting, well, southern Spain. 92%. That can work. Alright, minus 6 million. And of course the transport capacity is being not good. So we have to bump that up. and reduce the tech budget again. But this time, I don't think the war is going to last too long. And once I get the tax income from eastern Sicily and from southern Spain, you know, that should add a bit to my income. Which is going to be good. No, gosh darn it, France. Seriously. You were stuck at that 0% advancing for so long. I thought you would never get it, but now it looks like you might actually take southern Spain before I do. You have any like active naval invasions against Spain, or the other way around? No. I could hope there's a French-Spanish peace treaty that stops the advance, and then I can naval invade it. That would be nice. That would get me some decent-sized ports in this side of the Mediterranean. Anyway, I think that's it for today. Yeah, there are not going to be any more battles, I think, of this war. Simply because there are no more ships to fight. Well, Spain is going to be building stuff, but yeah, they don't really have anything ready for me. So, we'll see. If France take this, I can just try and invade somewhere else instead. I do want to take something from Spain. Goodbye, and take care.